For the last week, I've been consistently waking up at 5 a.m. And here's why you should probably do it too if you really want to achieve those big goals that you have in your life. We get 24 hours a day. 8 hours goes to sleeping, 8 hours is either school or work, and then you have 8 hours. 8 hours which are yours, and how you spend those 8 hours dictate how successful your life is. Because think about it. Let's say you're like me and you're still in high school. You get 8 hours to sleep, you have 8 hours, about 8 hours in school, and you have just 8 hours. And how you spend those 8 hours really dictates exactly what you do in your life and how far you get, where you progress. You put all of that time towards doing one thing. Maybe it's you want to be a professional football player, so you spend all of those 8 hours obsessing and training football. Or if you're a bit like me, you spend a lot of those hours inside of the gym, researching the gym, making these videos here. Whatever it is for you, how you spend those 8 hours really decides the trajectory of your life and where you're going to see progress. So it's so important that you spend those hours well. But where do you put those hours? Because most people wake up just before school, and then after school they get their 8 hours before they go to bed. But why are you prioritizing school or work above your own interests? This is why I think you should put some of those hours at the start of your day. So when I wake up at 5 o'clock, I get 3 hours of completely uninterrupted time just for myself. Time that I can spend inside of the gym, time that I can spend scripting these videos inside of my free community where I give advice to guys just like you, top link in the description. This is how I choose to spend my hours. And the first few hours of the day, everyone knows how productive they can be. If you've ever woken up early before, you know that you get 10 times better work done. So if you're like me and you're not that interested in school, why would you waste those prime hours, those peak hours of the day on something that you're not that interested in? Instead, put them towards your passions, towards things that you think you can actually make some real money from. Towards the gym, towards your fitness journey. Go clock in on the treadmill at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Get all of that work in before you have to do the other stuff. You need to start prioritizing the stuff that is for you. Prioritizing the stuff that's going to push you further along in life. Prioritize all of the things that you know are good for you and that you know you need to do. Let's say I sit you down for dinner and I give you your regular meal and then I give you a frog. And I tell you either have to eat this frog before or after your regular meal. What would you do? If you're anything like me, you choose to eat the frog first. It's very unpleasant, but once it's done, then you get your regular meal and it would taste good. And that's the taste you'll remember. Rather than eating your regular meal first, it's very nice, and then you have to eat a frog. And that taste is like left in your mouth, right? So that's the principle behind eat the frog. And eat the frog is a technique of doing the hardest thing earliest in the day. It's like what I just said, doing hard things earlier in the day feel a lot easier. You're not gonna wake up at 5 a.m. and start scrolling on TikTok, but after school, 5 p.m., your chances are so much higher. So much higher. And that's why waking up early to prioritize the things that are gonna move the needle forward for you are very important. Because it's not just moving hours around, not every hour of the day is the same, because the hours earlier are so much more valuable. So prioritize this time, prioritize it for you and for your goals. And that's how you're gonna make progress. That's how you're gonna see the results that you want. When you start putting yourself first, putting those hours to the front of the day, and that's when you'll see progress. And yes, you're gonna have to start going to bed a bit earlier, going to bed at 9 p.m. But when was the last time you did anything meaningful after 9 p.m? When was the last time you did a big work task that made you a lot of progress? Maybe if you're one of the few people that are genuinely, their sleep chronotype is a night owl, and you work better throughout the night. But I think that's a cope, honestly, and I think that most people, the large majority of people, get the best work done earlier and first thing in the day. So that's why you need to eat the frog, wake up early, prioritize yourself, put the things that you really want to focus on earliest in your day, because that's where you'll get all of your results from. If you're struggling with weight loss because you don't want to go to the treadmill after school, start going in the mornings, when friction is low, when motivation is high. If you set an alarm tomorrow to wake up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., when you jump up, you're going to feel very motivated. You'll feel tired, yes, but once you have a coffee, once you wake up a bit, once you have a cold shower, you'll be ready, you'll be dialed in. But you only get that first thing in the morning. So don't waste those hours in school or at work. Spend them on yourself. Spend them doing the things that are actually going to progress you further on your gym journey, self-improvement journey, business, whatever it is. But do it for you. Focus on yourself. Put yourself first. And when you do this, you'll make exponential progress in the things you decide to dedicate those hours to. So this was all just a long rant, but all I want you to do is to try waking up at 5 a.m. for the next week. Just give it a go and see how much your life changes. And if one of your priorities right now is fitness, bulking up, putting on more muscle inside of the gym, but you're afraid of getting fat, check out the top link in the description. You get my free program where I help skinny guys gain their first 10 pounds of lean muscle. And it's already working for so many guys just like Caleb. If this is something you're interested in, go check out the top link in the description and we'll talk there. But if not, thank you so much for watching this video. Try waking up at 5 a.m. for the next week and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.